roll.
Mm.
Alright. We got a few folks in here. Even if they don't catch it, they'll be able to get a snippet next week. They'll be able to see the whole interview next week. So, first off, give them an introduction. Who you are, where you from, what you do.
All right. So my name Train. Backdoor Jody. Trigger, whatever you want to call me, just don't call me late for lunch. From a small town called Selma, Alabama. Uh, Jack of all trades, a master of none. So as you said, on my mama clothing brand. I'm writing a book right now, so I try to keep my hand in a lot of stuff. Dogs, I breed dogs, so I try to keep myself pretty much busy when I ain't busy.
Yeah. So, welcome back, though, Jody, Trigger, Train, whatever you choose to call him.
Yeah.
Well, he'll answer to it. Just don't call him late for lunch. Them either, probably.
There you go. Feed me.
Hey, so as a kid growing up, like, what did you want to be?
Man, it's crazy. As a kid, I wanted to be something I don't even like no more. I wanted to be a police officer.
God damn. Hey, as a kid, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I set out to do that, and I did just that.
How you doing? Hats off to you.
So, I'm getting ready to drop something. It was supposed to drop before next week, but I kind of got sidetracked with it, and timing wasn't right, so I pushed it back a little bit. So it'll be for this year out. I'm gonna drop something, and I'm excited about it. What's your favorite part about being a writer or an author for? One moment, guys. Give it back. Hey, he must got an old Apple phone, y'all. No. Y'all know how Apple do. That's Apple. Alright.
No.
Was it TikTok or Apple? Alright, what's your favorite part about being an author or being a writer?
My favorite part right now?
Yeah.
I can say...
Oh, hold on. I got something for y'all. Let me look.
It's the actual learning the process itself, man. That's my favorite part right now because I'm actually... I'm learning more than I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh. I'm a new author. Oh, boy, you know. Oh, yeah.
Yo, y'all, I'm sneaking with it. So listen.
Type shit.
Hey, I pop out with some good stuff on y'all. Hey, when this drop, make sure y'all pick this book up.
Please make sure y'all do it.
Yes. Will you have hardback copies or just paperback copy, or will it be digital only?
It's gonna be ebook. It's gonna be hardback. It's gonna be both of them. So you know what I'm saying? On Amazon, Kindle. I'm trying to find a way to get in the Books a Million. You know what I'm saying? I talked to a local library that told me once you get it published, you can come in when they got local art days and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So tell me, as a writer or as an author, like, to you, what makes a good story?
To me, the truth. Like I said, I'm doing a memoir, so it's really based off my life. And the way I came up is people can relate to the truth. You can feel the truth. Opposed to when somebody trying to spin you something and give you some bull, it's more relatable. So I'll go with truth.
That's what's up. Never thought about it like that, but hey, that's something to think about. What would you say inspired you to write this particular book? Well, you said your life story. Anything else included inspired you to write?
What made me want to write a book is crazy and is ironic. Around December last year, I was in the back of a transportation vehicle getting hauled all across the country. And fucked around and it's like they had the heat on, I had jackets on. I had thermals on because they just moved me from one jail cell to the next one. And I had an anxiety attack because they had the heat wide open. Wouldn't cut it off. And the idea of writing a book came to me right then because, I ain't know what was going to happen.
So a past situation inspired you to write the book,
Yeah.
gave you the idea to write the book. So basically, to tell people about the incident and
and the crazy,
to let them know what you went
but
through.
the incident that I went through, I only touch on it in the beginning of the book. That probably, because I'm planning on doing a sequel, and that probably gonna be the last chapter. So it's like it start with that, it'll take you into a story, and I'm gonna build you up and bring you all the way to that right there. So I'm planning on doing multi-series. So I got a concept for it, but I'm gonna try to get it together by
Okay.
September.
So what inspired that concept to the next book that'll come out?
Okay, so like I said, title of this book is Tales of a Sinner, right? So in this sequel of books, it's gonna show you how I ain't gonna say struggle with get my life right until it gonna build you all the way up until I got to a point where I can say I'm okay, I'm right. So the next title, I'm gonna give it away right now. It's gonna be Still Sinning. So it's like I said, it's gonna be a spin out one from the other one until I can build it up and get to the point where I can say, I don't know the last book gonna be, but no, not sinning again. But whatever it is, it's gonna be. I ain't making that for it yet. So
That's what's up. So a series, and you'll have more than one book. And they're not suggesting any series. Before you go read 3, read 1, because that's gonna take you along the way, and you'll get to know the author, you'll get to know the characters, you'll get to know everybody within the book. So and you have to be familiar with it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be lost if you pick up in the end. You'll be lost.
What does your family, especially your kids, think about you being an author or a writer?
My family love it, especially my daughter. My 13-year-old daughter, she love it. Like I said, I think I'm a Superman because she think I can't do no wrong. She's like, I knew you were smart, but I never thought you was gonna write a book. So, and that makes my soul smile.
That's dope. Like all of us, dang near everybody that's gotten on this panel or comes to the panel feels like always try to push to be better for our kids, but not knowing our kids see us right where we are and think, like you said, your daughter thinks you do no wrong. Like my kids think like my mama got it. Like she that thing. She gonna make some push. She gonna make some shake than my mama. What do you hope your readers take away from your book?
What I hope they take away from it, first and foremost, I hope they the same thing my daddy tried to teach me along the way. Like, don't go through these struggles that I went through. So he did his best to try to keep me from going through a lot of shit that he did. So he tried to teach me verbally instead of me learning the hard way. So a lot of times I want people to see, like, even some situation in the book, they gonna show, well, I wasn't even the one that was wrong. It's just about being in the wrong place, wrong time, and it ain't always got to be you for stuff to happen to you. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
That's true. That's true. You know, the world is going through what they going through with this young man passing and whatever took place and happened to him. And I gave my son an incident to where he was supposed to go away with some friends and it just didn't sit well with me. And I told him, you know, I gave him my honest opinion and he ended up coming back and saying, well, Mom, they tried to get me to lie to you. And turns out he was like, nah, I don't think that's cool and I'm not going to go. He's 18 years old and he made a conscious decision not to go with some friends. And so he could have been in a situation like that.
Right.
So I'm just thankful that we can pour into our kids and teach them better than we were taught. Thank you for the heart, me. So yeah, that's dope. Kids have an amazing way of pulling us out of stuff and letting us know, like, it's gonna get better. It's okay. One day at a time.
They see stuff you don't think they see.
True. I had
This is
somebody recently tell me that, and so, like it makes me have a whole different outlook on stuff. Now,
got to.
so when you're currently writing this book and you have plans and future plans to write, so how do you overcome writer's block?
It's crazy. I only suffered writer's block once doing this book, and it was because I tried to sit down and write. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm a traditional writer. What I do, like, I let it come to me, and I take my voice notes to keep myself from having to go back and do edits while I'm writing. I write through voice notes. That way, I ain't got to worry about punctuality and spell checks. I do voice note, then I come back and I edit from that voice note. You know, I do everything in that voice note. If I had to tweak this part to make it sound better or flow better. But the only time I did get writer's block, I told myself, I said, man, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna write a few pages today. And I sat down and I couldn't write. I couldn't write nothing.
Listen, I'll go through writer's block and I will put it on pause, or if something happens and I feel like, well, I just can't. Hey, I put it on pause. I ain't gonna touch it. When I feel compelled to do so, I do so, no matter how long it takes me. So I understand and I get it, and everybody has a different process. I'm not gonna say it's often, and it may be because I can sit there and I'll write you 17 pages at one time.
Right.
The current project that I'm working on, 17 pages first night. Went back and tweaked it and figured out what I wanted to do, but now it was kind of like I put a pause on it because of the simple fact, like, well, I'm kind of not in the headspace. Let me not pour into it, because when I pour into it, I need all of this to be love. So I actually sit there and I type it out. I go back, I spell check, I do the error correct and all that. So yeah, for the end of this year, we're gonna drop some too.
That's what's up. Like I said, once I'm not trying to force myself to write everything, it just come. Like when I tried to force myself to write, I was like, man, what? And the crazy part, like with writing this book, it flowed naturally. It naturally flowed. Even like what I leave off on, I can be doing something in the middle. I might be working on the car. All of a sudden, where I stop, it picks up, and I have to stop what I'm doing, record, and it's like it's naturally picked up, so I ain't got to go back and tweak it to make it fit and go back and read what I wrote previously to make it fit. So I don't know if that's a normal process for everybody, but it's working for me. So, and it's working real good for me.
Honestly and truthfully, no two people writings will be the same. Their techniques won't even be the same. It is just different because of the simple fact, like everybody mind work different. How yours may work, mine may not work. But hey, that voice note thing, I've been considering doing it. But I want to do it with a tape recorder so I can go back and really.
Right.
Hey, Sadie, welcome in. But yeah, that's my thing.
Man, try it. When I say it worked well, because like your story can flow. You don't have to worry about breaking, and it's just a continuous story. It's like it flows better to me. And like I said, you can go in and make all the errors you want later on, and you can pick up. Okay, well, I left this out. It should have said this, or I could have said this right here. It makes it flow better for me.
So 5 things people need to know about you.
5 things. I'm black, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, and I'm ugly. But no.
Jesus.
Hey, don't judge a book by a cover. Like, I might seem like I'm uptight, but I'm one of the coolest cats you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying? I care about other folks. I help anybody. Give you the shirt off my back if I got to, want to, or need to. Even if I don't want to, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I consider other people's feelings and all. Like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. I try to keep my hands on a lot of stuff. Idle mind is the devil playground. So if I ain't doing something, I try to keep my mind on something or how I can make $1.
And I promise ain't nothing wrong with it. So your last question was, what were you working on next? And you kind of summed that with another question. So, um, to the last two questions, how would you say writing impacted your life?
It takes a lot of stress off me. I ain't gonna lie. Cause like, I guess I don't know if all men do it, but I know I do it. I deal with stress internally. You know what I'm saying? So it don't I don't come out. So I don't let it come out. So a lot of shit compacts, it builds, and then eventually you blow. Right? It takes me out of that. So it's a way to relieve a lot of stress. So if I might be stressed out, I'm taking everything that was troubling me is gone right then at that moment. I don't even think about it. It, it put me in a better headspace.
That's amazing that you can use writing to What's your favorite mainstream author?
Oh, mainstream author. I don't think I have a favorite mainstream author, but I do have a book that I would tell a lot of people to go read. Well, a lot of men, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a great read. So it gives you a perspective on let's just say, if it was my life, I got a dad and I got a stepdaddy. So I got the best of both worlds. I got the struggle for my real daddy, and I got everything I need for my rich daddy. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of dudes, man, go read it. Dudes with kids, go read it. I advise y'all. It'll help you see stuff in a different concept, in a different light.
Yeah, that's
So
what's
that,
up.
like, I don't have a favorite author at the moment, but that's one of my favorite books.
So yeah, this week I don't even know how I really picked to do Authors Week, but I
I ain't mad at you.
knew I needed to shed light on different avenues of income to show not just my kids, like, you can really do whatever you want to do and whatever you put your mind to, because at the end of the day, like, if you dream it, you can achieve it. So
You can achieve it. Yeah.
so that's why, and sometimes we think an author is somebody that's refined, dressed up, look like the richest man in the world. But then really you have authors like yourself that
Every day for the
had some type of struggle, had some running, and you can educate them on how not to make the mistake or how to be a better version of themselves by telling your story in the mistake that you made. Because definitely one thing these kids these days don't understand, and
man.
they running with the wrong crowd. A lot of kids get caught up into some stuff. So we can do our best as parents and say, hey, I don't think gym is a good idea, but 9 times out of 10 as a kid, when your mama told you don't do something, you went and tested the waters and tried that
You
shit.
tried. You
And
tried.
hey, you either came back with I got away with it this time, or you came back with, man, I done fucked up.
I fuck yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Like I said,
hey, I had one of those moments. I don't. Hey, that was it. I'ma listen.
make it make it skin straight, goddamn. Bro, like even
One and
like I said with
done.
that book I'm doing now, it was a bogus charge. I ain't know nothing about. Something I didn't do, but and I had a felony warrant for it, a fugitive warrant for it, and I'm like, I'm on the straight, I'm on the straight and narrow, and I get hit with some okie doke that I don't know nothing about. And I sure never was confused when they said fugitive warrant. I just knew Mexico. I'm like, how the fuck I got a passport and I go to Mexico if I got a fugitive warrant? So and it was like,
Right. They should have ran you in the system and turned you in right then.
they did.
Hey,
Man,
cause
when you coming through the custom knew who I was before I got off the plane good. By the time I walked to the window, how you doing, Mr. Williams? How was your trip? I'm like, how the fuck you know who I'm here? They said,
I
we
just
got
like,
cameras from the
what
time you get
the?
off the plane. We got cameras from the time you get off the plane down the terminal. We watch you every step when you coming through it. Face recognition out on software. So I'm like, man, how did I get away with just coming from Mexico?
Right.
How did I go to Mexico? But like I said, you never know, man. Sometimes you ain't gotta
But
be
when
the
you
deal and then be the deal. So
And then we're at the discretion of them some majority of the time. So
Yes, that's
yeah,
so true.
this
That's so true.
foot, my foot is done fell asleep. But
Tell me
yeah,
about
so
your read. I know this your Q&A, but man, I ain't even know you were doing a book. So tell me about your book.
it's
We
not the
talk about
first.
everything. We talk.
It's not the first one. I became a published author by my uncle passed away, and I wrote a poem, and I entered it into a contest, and I won. And so I was like, dang, okay, I can do this. I'm good. So I continued with poetry, and just one thing turned into another. I was sitting there one day like, man, I'm gonna come up with a story and I'm write it. That story is still fire. Like I just never finished it. Never sat down to finish it. I had started to type and put it in the computer, but that computer went down, so it was hard for me to pick. Just okay, I'm gonna just pick up or redo it. Like that's a lot.
Right.
That is a lot. So I didn't want to start over. Maybe one day I'll get all my stuff out that computer. That way I can continue, but I still have it. I wrote that one actually by hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It was
crazy
a
that you
twist in
said
the
book.
plot. It's a twist in the plot in the story to where this girl married this dude, like he chased her type shit. He ended up being a dope dealer and all this and that. So he really married her to set her up.
Oh
And so when he
dang.
set her up, she lost everything. Everything that they had, lost everything. He kind of like disappeared. And how he set her up was he went and paid a sea head to dress like her. But the sea head didn't do it right. So this nigga went and flipped and flipped on him. So basically that's it. That's how far I done get.
That's crazy. But I'm glad you said poetry got you yoked over. My auntie said she should have knew I was gonna write a book because, like I said, when I was a teenager, I used to write poetry. I love poetry. I used to write like hell, and my name used to be spoken word. I was spoken word before y'all thought about spoken word back in the day. And so it was like, even like when my mama passed, 19 years ago, I wrote a poem that was an obituary. So it was like poetry was my first love. So like when you read this book, you're gonna hear a lot of poetic lines in there. So it's gonna be real poetic. So it's not gonna be just like, well, I went to the store, but it's gonna be real poetic. So when you read it,
Nah,
I gave you a snippet.
listen,
I gave you a snippet.
listen,
What you think about that snippet?
listen. Hey, I was locked in like, damn, what finna happen next? And like, I don't know. I don't even know. I just started coming up with characters, naming characters and shit as I was going. Boom. We got this note here. I'm writing it down in the back of the book. Okay, this such and such. I was just, okay, boom. I'm going to go write this over here. And I started in pencil and I switched it to pen. I was like, this going to be something. And I still believe it's going to be something. I just got to sit my tail down and finish it one day and publish it. But me being a published author, it was through poetry. It was through one of the little contests, and I won. They put it in the book, and I was like, "Oh, mom, they done put my journal in the book." She like, "Yeah, you gonna get it?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And to the day, I still got that book with that
Oh, you
poem
got it? Oh,
published
that's
in
what's
there.
up. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Man, listen, I gotta go get my magazines next. I got pictures in magazines internationally. All it.
That's
I
what's
just
up.
gotta sit down and take the time and print it out and get my ducks in a row. But yeah. So poetry started something, and I just love to write. Everybody say I have a way with words, but
That's good.
I honestly be speaking from my mind or speaking from my heart. Now I'm speaking from my heart. That's the
Like you
honest
said,
truth.
truth make it's convincing. People can feel it. It's more relatable because once you give somebody the truth, it's easy to relate to opposed to you trying to give some ambiguity and some bull. You mixing a lie with a little bit of truth to try to make it. If it just feels different when it's a true story.
Yeah, that's wild too. But yeah, I
So I'm
had
kind
got
of
far in
glad that's
that
the kind
book
of book
too.
that I chose to do.
So what's the next genre of book you'll work on? If you could work on anything outside of like a memoir, what would you work on?
If I could, it'd probably be something for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because Trick love the kid. So if I
Now,
ever
see, I
get,
would have thought, I'm not going to lie to you, I would have thought you would have said that you would have worked on like a erotic or romance book.
I got a
Honestly
little
and
romance in
truthfully.
that book. In my book, I got a little bit, but I kept it PG. I found a way to keep it PG, even like in the book where I get like intimate scenes. I found a way to dial it back, and then I give you a little humor with it, so it don't make it a focal point. So if kids or younger teenagers do read it, it's not too explicit, not too sexual, but it gives you a little hint of what's going on, and it brings you back, so you won't get like, man, this nigga finna go bust somebody back out.
I'm weak. So, but yeah, some people just, I'm gonna risk it. I'm about to see what I can do. But yeah,
I'm not.
writing
I'm
gives
not
me
mad.
a
I even
relief.
thought of it.
It gives me a little relief because I can tell a story. And it's not
Yeah,
an actual story, but I can take your mind somewhere to where, okay, what's going to happen next? And I let somebody read it. I let somebody read a part of it. My old hairstylist, and she was like, "So what's gonna happen next?" Girl, I ain't came up with that shit in my head yet. Hold on.
that shit right there make you feel so good. It pat your chest. I got, like I said, my auntie. I got 3 people who read and critique me as I write. As soon as I get stuff right, I send it to them. And when I know it's show enough good, my auntie, hey, I need something so I can go to bed, nephew. Need something so I can go to bed, nephew. Or
Hey,
my
she gonna be done read
sister-in-law,
the whole thing.
she do. She read it, and she was so proud. Like I said, that's another one. She knew I was gonna be a writer, because that's the one I told you I was writing poetry to when I was 16, 17, and sitting there. She was like, "Man, you're good. I love what you're doing." Blah blah blah. And my sister-in-law, when I know it good, she like, that damn paragraph. Why you ain't send me that nugget? Don't be a paragraph. That's too short. Send me a nugget. That's a damn paragraph. I'm like, girl, sit down all that right. Okay, well, send me something else. So
Hey,
it make you
look, you
feel
once you
good.
got them
It make you
hooked,
pay your chest.
yeah,
It make you
and it's
pump
it's a
your
different feeling.
yeah, dude.
It's a
It's
different
empowering. I
feeling.
can't lie.
It ain't no cocky shit or nothing like that. It's a different feeling. Like
Yeah,
it's a accomplishment I have. Like, do you know majority of the people in this world is ADHD and
facts.
other diagnoses? Do you know if you can catch somebody's mind that's ADHD? Listen, you're doing a lot. So if you catch my attention, you good.
And I'm trying. That's
What's
why I said that's
next?
my whole focus. My whole focus is to try to keep my readers locked in. You know what I'm saying? If I can keep you, because it's easy to go on a high, then you go low, then all of a sudden, no, I want to keep you. When it drop, I want to bring you right back in. I try to bring you right back in, because I know if you lose somebody's attention for 2 seconds, you lost. They lost. They might drop it and never return back to it. So I
That's
try
true
to keep them
facts, man.
on that edge right there, so they always intrigued.
Yes, that is true facts. So, out of all the stuff we touched on and talked about this evening, is there anything that you would like to say or add to what we already just found out?
All I can say is, man, look, when it drop, keep your eyes out for the next one. Because I promise to only get better, you know what I'm saying? I'm not where I want to be, but eventually I will be. So if y'all like this book, you're going to love the next one. And I'm yet to get some messed up feedback, but I'm dying to get some, because that's going to make me stronger, I feel like. I want to see where I do lose my audience, or if I ever lose the audience, I want to see where I lost them at, so I can fix it later on. I don't want to be, okay, well, I'm just writing and then all of a sudden I ain't got no audience no more. You know what I'm saying? I want to figure out where did I go wrong, if that makes sense, and try to keep me
Facts.
captivated the whole time.
And that's what I love about it, that you want to captivate your audience, not just for a moment, but a continuous period. Let
Yeah,
me feed your brain. Let me
right,
keep you entertained. And so everybody can't do that. And to want to do that, that takes hard work, motivation, and dedication.
right.
And just seeing what you put into your clothing line, the thought idea, the process, the love, the care that you put into that, as far as breaking down your material, breaking down the fonts and all that, the color matches and all that, like that take a lot.
Man. That
So
now,
you,
I'm gonna be honest, the clothing line is harder than the goddamn book to me. The clothing line is more challenging than the book to me. And like the book, it coming natural. The clothing, I'm like, I find myself brainstorming all the time. Like, what can I do differently? And I do have something that I've been putting on the back burner. I did a lot of different designs for. I supposed to been dropped them on my mother's birthday on the 12th, but I didn't. I just put them out and I never uploaded them. But I am gonna go and drop them, and I'm probably gonna do that line. I'm gonna do a sale, and it's gonna be at market price. Whatever I paid for it, they gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just because I'm dedicating that to my mother. So whenever I do get it to where I get, I'm gonna do a promo code, and that's gonna be for her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be to make money. It's just gonna be the okay. This is my big push, if that makes sense.
this what's up. Nessa said you should design shirts for your book characters. That is true too.
I should. I never thought about that.
We want the 10% cut, my dog.
I got
I
you.
want
Say no
10%.
more.
I want 10% off that because you did this here. You did this here. I need 10% off of that.
I
I
got
ain't
you.
want much. I ain't greedy.
Hey, all you gotta
Yep.
say it.
Cause see, when you come out with them shirts and stuff, that's gonna make people build and know your characters as well,
That is true. I
and
never
remember
looked.
your character.